Welcome, and welcome. Getting my camera set up now. Lloyd Fitness, what's up, my man? We're live from Austin, Texas. Best part of Texas, for sure. Excuse me right there. I'm getting my little contraction here set up. ATL, Little Atlanta. So first off, thank you for taking the time to invest it with me. Can everyone hear me okay? If you can hear me okay, say yes. NC, hey, I recognize you. Long time no see. Yes. Awesome, Lloyd. Thank you, my friend. So hey, yeah, tonight, welcome Jessica. Lloyd, Dan, what's up, man? I sent you a message a while back on Facebook Messenger. I never heard from you. What's up, Miss Brown? Hey, Melinda. So, all right, welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm a few minutes early, but it's better than a few minutes late. Hopefully, you got to catch... went out of town for 12 days. Gotcha. Hopefully, you caught... last night's conversation. If you did catch last night's conversation, say yes or no, and let's figure out where you're at. No. Okay, I don't know if the replay will still be up anymore. You can check and see for sure. Okay, so we're just going to talk about it for a minute. I'm just going to give you a little recap. We're going to roll through it. And tonight will be kind of fast. Because I don't really like to take a lot of time. I like to invest some good nuggets with you fast so you can get some good value and maybe answer some questions and kind of take it from there. So yesterday, this time, I basically shared my story. I shared the struggles that I went through with suicide. I shared the struggles that I went through from going from 250 pounds 3 different times. I shared the struggle of me going to jail, me almost dying like 10 or 15 times from all kinds of crazy drugs and stuff, and just went through all of that stuff. And reason why I share that with you is because it's important for you to understand that I'm a real person. And maybe I have been through more stuff than most, and maybe there's stuff that I've done that somebody else would say, man, that's nothing. Here's what I've gone through. Well, either way, I'm just choosing to share that with you so you can know me for Brian, not for Frank, because that's just kind of how I am and what I do and how I show up. And the only way for me to really help you is for you to truly understand where I'm kind of coming from so we can find some common threads that we get to connect on. Okay? Welcome, Linda. So thank you for those of you who just shared it. If you feel called, share it. We're not going to be on long, but I'm going to share with you tonight the 3 things that I think are most important to be able to move forward and to take your life from messes into messages would maybe be the best way to say that. 3 things. The first one, what's up, Alvaro? The first one is about being responsible. When I say being responsible, what's up, my man? Being responsible is sometimes a foreign term to a lot of people. When I say being responsible, that means taking 100% responsibility for exactly where you are at, bad or good. The only way for us to move forward is to truly embrace where we're actually at. That means all of our flaws. That means all of our imperfections. And I'm speaking to myself completely. Okay? Taking that, being 100% responsible to say, you know what? I take full responsibility for where I'm at. I take full responsibility for everything that happens to me from this moment forward. This is what I'm going to do. And I made that decision when I was 17 years old to take care of myself fully, because that's when I moved out of my house with my parents. Now, I also had to make... phone keeps freezing. It's all good. Sometimes it may. I also had to make that decision when I was going down the wrong paths in multiple areas of my life, and I went to jail and almost died and all that stuff. I got to take full responsibility for where I was at so I could change it. Okay? So that's number 1. We're going to go through these kind of quick, so I want to get to questions. The second one is about forgiveness and forgiving yourself, forgiving family members, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, whomever that looks like. When we have unforgiveness, it's basically like making some poison for someone else and drinking it ourselves and expecting them to get sick. Ultimately, all unforgiveness does to us is completely tears us up and devours us from the inside out. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think, well, I'm not ready to forgive that person. It's not really about being ready. It's about how ready are you willing to deal with the circumstances of not forgiving them? Maybe a better question. Because when we don't forgive them, that's all stuff that, there we go, body language, willing to be seen differently. I can, I will, I can, I will. So, when we don't forgive someone, we take all that stuff on. And what happens is like, here's the litmus test, if you will. If you take a look in your life and you look at your family, you look at your relationships, you look at your health, you look at your business, you look at your connection with God, and if it's off its mark, that means that we get to go internally and figure out how we created this. Because people, places, circumstances, things, situations, and events will show up in our lives indicative of how we are feeling emotionally and subconsciously. Which means if you're in pain subconsciously, you're going to get more experiences, people, places, circumstances, and events that match the pain that's going on. If you're in resentment or you're in anger, you're going to get more experiences that trigger that anger because we haven't dealt with it. So anytime you notice things going on, immediately say, yes, how did I create this? And I wonder what I get to do to change it. Okay? Lloyd Fitness, there you go. So the next one, and this is a big one, and it's important to do these in a systematic order. And I'm only starting with 3 right now because these are the biggest ones that I think if you use and are not using them, welcome, Josso. If you're not using them, they can make the biggest difference immediately. The third one is called affirmations. Like if you ever see my arm, I have affirmations all over my arm, specifically things that are for me. Scripture verses, I am more than a conqueror, God, family, health, and business. I am the best at what I do. I am with you, mighty warrior, Judges 6:12. All that's on my arm. And there's specifically things that resonate with me. And here's what I'm inviting you to use today. I have gold stars everywhere. I have a gold star I'm staring at on the bottom picture of my phone. I have one on my mouse. I have one on my power button on my computer. I have one on my lamp. I have them in very strategic places. I have them one on my arm right there. That gold star to me means that I am the best at what I do. Every time I see that, I'm the best at what I do. I am branding myself. And here's the deal. You may say, well, you know, Brian, that's kind of cocky. And I'm like, well, not necessarily if you look at it from how I'm looking at it. There is only one me, and there is only one you. So for me to be the best at what I do is completely possible without stepping on anyone's toes. And for you to be the best at what you do, that's completely possible without stepping on anyone's toes. And all I'm doing by branding myself, when I see that star on my volume button in my car, on my bathroom mirror, when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm getting ready, when I'm reading the scriptures coming off on my bathroom wall, whatever that looks like, that star to me means that I'm the best at what I do. So here's how affirmations are very helpful, because a lot of times our success is based on our habits and our belief systems, and we may not have necessarily inhabited or created the belief systems ourselves. We may have had them from mom or dad, or from media, or from movies and things of that nature. So most times we have belief systems that are functioning unknowingly. We just may say when somebody says, hey, let's go to this pool party, like, oh man, I feel like shit right now, I'm fat, and I'm telling you how I feel. I'm not counting you, okay? These are things that happen to my mind that fast. I'm like, oh wow, I completely just knocked myself out of going to a party to mingle with people, to share, to connect with people because of what I felt about myself and the judgment that I made up. And I reacted off of it so fast, I had already taken myself out of that situation unknowingly. My question to you is how many times is this happening in your life now that you're not able to live and thrive in your life because you're not showing up, because there's a belief system that's functioning that says you're not good enough. Nobody loves you. Nobody's going to listen to that shit. I can't believe you're going to talk about it. That's your elephant or your drunken monkey that's constantly telling you that stuff. What's up, Lori Solis? So what I'm inviting you to consider is that affirmations are massively important. If you are truly serious about upgrading your success and upgrading your systems, what's up, Todd? I will gladly share with you my affirmations that I use. I've had a compiled list for 2 or 3 years that I change the languaging on. I find new ones, I get new ones, I change them, I adapt them for me, and I make them my own, and I memorize them specifically. So if the best way to get them is to go and connect with me on Facebook, go to my webpage, thinkgreatloseweight.com. Join us on our email stuff so I can support you, and just shoot me a message and say, hey, I would love to get your affirmations, and I will gladly send them to you. And I will tell you this. Affirmations changed my life, and I'm not even joking. Like, I learned my affirmations. Can I be honest with you? First off, I thought these things are gay. I was like, there's no way. Yes, thanks, Lord. There's no way in the world that I'm going to say affirmations out loud and feel like a lame ass, right? That's my monkey. That's my judgment saying, oh, you don't want to feel like an idiot, dude. Come on, you got to look like a jackass. After a while, I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck if I look like a jackass. If it fucking works, who cares? How many people look like the jackass and never get started? You know what I'm saying? So the best thing to do is just put it out there and be yourself, and understand if you're going to lead, sometimes it hurts. And the only person that's not being affected and not benefiting is you. So giving yourself permission to thrive and feel like an idiot and be comfortable being uncomfortable, that's where growth happens. Do your best every day to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You're constantly growing and constantly expanding. Position yourself. Hang around with people who are way smarter than you, so you literally feel like an idiot because of how smart they are. That's fine. Stay there. Breathe into it and say, I am worthy of being here with these awesome individuals because I am awesome in my own way. It's important. Yeah, look, if you don't talk to yourself, someone else is. Someone else is already talking to you if you're not talking to yourself. So I suggest you tell yourself words of awesome things like, man, I'm fucking amazing at what I do. Look at how I got up this morning, tied my shoes and brushed my teeth and went and did my cardio and ate my breakfast. How many other people are doing that? Who cares? Make it up. Be great at it. Consistently build yourself up, because if you're not going to, man, you're going to have a rough life. And I'll tell you that affirmations, here's how they help me out. I'm going to tell you a specific one that I use all the time, especially before I go talk. And here it goes. It's mighty I am present, sees my eyes, sees my ears, sees my mouth, sees my mind, sees my words, sees your ability to facilitate to me and through me in order to reach our divine purpose right here, right now. So I use that a lot. So a lot of times when I just let my mouth and brain go, it's just flowing, and I just get out of my way and let it happen. That's God or spirit or universe, whichever you prefer, functioning through you. And you can't do that if you're not loving yourself, when you have unforgiveness and you have resentment and you haven't taken full responsibility for where you're at in your life. Don't expect God to deliver that kind of power through you because you're not capable of handling it yet. And I went through a lot of stuff before I got to a position to receive it and to treat it respectfully and not abuse it. I've led a lot of people down the wrong way when I was partying my ass off. Trust me, I was the life of the party. Now I'm just doing the direct opposite. You know, I get high on life with no drugs and have great conversations around amazing stuff like what we're doing now and what's great about foods and how to reverse illnesses and all that fun stuff. So that's about all I have right now. That was a quick 12 minutes of concise information. And really what I would love to do is open up the floor. Open up the floor so I can see how I can support you. See if there's any challenges that are going on right now. You have my brain and whatever resources I have. Yeah, I'm grateful for you, Lori. Thank you so much. So if there's any questions, I'll open it up and let's see how I can support and serve. You know, first off, I'd really just take this minute to choose to express my gratitude to you for investing your time with me, because I understand that you can... Do I get sick? No. The only time that we can never get time back. Never. That's the only resource, and I don't give a shit how much money you have or who you are, unless you're God and Jesus. There's no way you're going to get more time back. So by you investing your time with me, that means a lot to me, because I know you can never get it back. So it's very important that I deliver high value content to you so you can use it right now in your life, because now is the only time that exists. Tomorrow may never happen, and yesterday will never happen again unless you consistently allow it to happen by not changing it. Any questions? What was your biggest takeaway today? Nah, you want to be the best version of Todd. What's up, Marina Wedge? Forgiveness. That's right. We get to chat about that one tomorrow, bro, man. And here's the deal. Make it fun and easy and give yourself permission. Hey, from down under, from Australia, choose to be consistent with my affirmations. Read your affirmations daily. Daily. Take responsibility. That's right. Shit ain't going to just happen. If something's going to happen, it's going to be because you make it happen. Consistently. Read your goals every hour. Look, here's my goals. I write them down as often as possible every hour. So then I just push this little button, bam, and it changes it and erases it all, and then I write some more. If you're really serious about what you're looking to accomplish in life, your language will be the #1 indicator as to whether you move forward fast or at all. Language is the key. What was that board? This is a boogie board from the place called Brookstone in the mall. One of my friends, when I was at that mastermind last month where people were paying 10 grand to be there, I got blessed to be able to just speak there and be a part of it. And Oliver got me that as a gift because Kam Mirza was talking. He's worth about 600 million. He was talking, he goes, man, I write down my goals every hour. I was like, fuck, if that's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. What's the next step? So I started writing all my goals down every hour. Hang around people who are pushing you, man, who are stretching your limits. Because each one of you has an amazing ability to serve. And it's only going to come by you serving yourself. My goals change? That's a great question, brother. Not right this second they don't. Because same goals every hour. Repetition, 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 repetition. Like I am already thankful for. I am already enjoying. I am enjoying my financial freedom. Whatever. I've been talking to myself hourly. Yep, do it. And people will think you're crazy, but you know what? You got to be crazy nowadays. Jesse Green just friended you on Facebook. I saw Jesse Green on Facebook. Awesome. I'll request him. Thank you. Oh, okay. Awesome. I'll do it right now. I'm on Facebook too. Confirmed. So, really talk to yourself all the time. I do. And people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, dude, I'm totally crazy. It's okay. I don't care. I'll talk to myself. I have a great time no matter where I am. We create the affirmations as if we already have the goals, right? Yes. I encourage that. Because then you start getting into language patterns and I am, making sure you're using I am statements. And I am already, meaning already like as in past tense, like it's already happened. That's the cool part. Like, hey, would y'all really love to do a class on languaging and getting really clear on wanting versus choosing and spending versus investing and all the words that people use, they have no idea what it's even creating. And I assure you this. Your life will change as fast as your language changes, and your body language will come along with it. I'm teaching my daughter. Yeah, perfect. We can do that too. So, hey, if y'all are really interested in taking your learning to the next level, we've done a whole emotional empowerment called Emotional Breakthrough on our website, thinkgreatloseweight.com. We've got a whole body language series we've completed on our website. If you are interested in taking your learning to the next level, both of those are available, and I'll even extend the codes to you right now so you can get a discount on it for being an action taker. I encourage you, look, if you follow my information and you love what I talk about, later, brother. Love you, bro. Thanks for popping in, man. We'll talk soon. If you resonate with my information, I'll just share with you this. I do this specifically because of the miracles that I've seen it create. And I am too small of a person to get in God's way to not allow him to connect with people and to serve on the level that he desires to use me to and through. The reason why I have created programs with my business partner and just to have is because for people like you who are ready to take your life to the next level, your family's life, it starts by you loving yourself, by making a decision to invest in yourself consistently. Bet on yourself. You are your best asset. If you're not betting on yourself, no one else is. Yep. So if you're interested in using our body language training, it'll change your life, hands down. If you're looking to use it, go to the website, thinkgreatloseweight.com. Use the code BODY and hit apply, and it'll change the price. That's my gift to you. If you resonated more with the languaging, yep, perfect. If you are interested in the languaging and the emotional breakthrough, like the codes and things like that of recognizing self-sabotage and how to turn them into self-empowerment, go take our emotional breakthrough series. It's 4 hours. It's a whole goal setting session in there too, so you can get clear. Like I go through my goals. Here, it's time for me to do my goals again. Check it out. Let me show you what I do. I do these every month outside of writing down my goals every day. This is what I use to kind of balance out my life. And then I write all my goals over here, and I have this daily where I read it. Like if you literally, would y'all like to see the inside of my office so you can see all the stuff that I have set up for systems? And I'm at my house. If you would like to see all the stuff I have set up at my house so you can see all of the coding and stuff that I have going on, I'll totally show you what I have going on. I'll give you a sneak peek because check it out. Because I love you. And I'm 100% transparent with sharing with you what works for me and where I've been. And if you can learn from some of my message and have, and save yourself some pain, by all means, please use my stuff to help you further your life. Okay? There's a big difference between learning by wisdom and learning by experience. I'd rather learn by someone else's wisdom, not by my own experience. Half the time I was hard-headed as fuck, so I would find out the own way because that's the way I learned, and that's just how it was, and I just fucking did it that way. Question, how far should you push your goals? How far out? You meaning time-wise? Like a month, a year? Is that what you're talking about, bro? Let me answer this question, then I'll take you around my office and kind of show you what I think may be helpful for you. Welcome, who just come in. I appreciate you taking the time to invest with us. Let us know your name. People say to pick goals that are 90% accomplishable. Who's people? What's your spirit? What's God say inside of you, bro? People are people. If your goal doesn't make you nervous, it's too fucking small. You'll never be able to complete it on your own. My goal is to serve 200 million people at this moment in time. 200 million people. And it's a consistent push, man. It's a consistent push. It's a consistent dedication to show up and be your best. All right, so here's the deal. First off, I'm really excited to kind of show you my office because I'm going to show you all of the little nuances that I constantly brand myself with daily that are sitting all around here. You ready? For the bird's eye view? If you're ready, say yes. Makes sense, but if I don't accomplish it subconsciously, is that healthy? Of course it is. You can always adjust, bro. You are the creator, and heaven's yes, bro, not hell yes. Heaven's yes. Do you feel the difference? Say that out loud. Everyone say hell yes out loud and then say heaven's yes and see which one you feel better off of. So I would say, Lloyd, a good one for that is realistic and aggressive. Because believing it is important, because if you can't believe it, then you're already not going to be able to knock it out. Okay? So check it out. So let me show you what's going on in my office here. I'm going to show you how I brand myself. That's the Jedi coming out. That's right. I'm going to show you how I brand myself daily. So I'm going to switch my camera. So here's number one. First off, I have a picture of when I was in great shape right here. I have a picture of a star right here. So every day I push it and telling myself I'm the best at what I do, and that's exactly what I think. I've also have one on the right next to the home button on my phone that I constantly see. I have my friend back here that just passed recently, one of my brothers from college for 20 years that I see, that I keeps back there to keep me on my toes and understand that you never know when it's time to go, to show up fully. I have essential oils right there. I have Choose Your Best Life right there, and I have Choose Your Best Life on my wrist, and I'm fixing to get our own wristbands made with God, Family, Health, and Business with a gold star on there, and probably I Am God Strong with our website. If you're interested in having some, let us know and we'll shoot you some. I have I Love to Read. Those are books out of Kevin Trudeau's book list. I have my old bulldog right there. I have my daughter when she was really young. I have more essential oils right here. I have my habits forming tracking sheet right there. But right now I'm mastering getting down and making sure that I'm completing and staying on task with my master schedule. So I check the days off. I have my board right here. Go back to the book list, please. Yeah. Can you see right there? The Magic of Thinking Big, The Secret, which I think it's okay. Think and Grow Rich is a must. Ask and it is given. What the deal on the oils? We can talk about that. How did moving? Oh, man. Feng Shui, you need to check it out. Okay, perfect. Feng Shui. So I have changed my office around to where I'm functioning southwest right now. And southwest, I can tell you that I feel in flow more often. Like it's much easier for me to stay grounded. Speaking of that, I have a grounding mat under here that my feet go on. I've got a ball right here that I sit on that's got a pedestal on the bottom of it. I've got all my notes from class, my water. I've got another picture of myself in there. And people are like, Brian, you got pictures of yourself everywhere. I said, yeah, I do. So I can remember who I truly am and what I'm truly capable of doing. So that's when I competed a few years back, but that gives me inspiration. It's better than having a picture of what I don't want to look like. If you're truly looking to do something with your body, don't put a picture of what you don't want to look like, because then you're just saying, I don't want to look like, and here I am. Let me read this to you. This right here are some things that are on that's from my friend Jonathan Sprinkles right there. America's Connection Coach, one of my great friends. I get to do a lot of his work on his nutrition and help his staff, but he's amazing. He's he's the main speaker for Verizon and Disney and the Leap Foundation and all kinds of stuff. But I want you to check this out. I'm going to send it this way. Here we go. Okay. Can you see that right there? Let's see if I can put some lights on it. Well, let me show you. It's kind of dark in there. And I'm not going to take it off, but I'm going to read it to you instead, okay? So here it is. So this little thing right here is from the first critique that I got in a public speaking association event. And I keep it here for this reason. When you have doubt in your life and you're not sure that you should be doing what you're doing, and you're wondering if you question yourself and things aren't going as fast as what they should be, and you're wondering if you're doing your purpose and walking your path, I encourage you to have memorabilia all over the place that remind you of who you are and what you do. Because there will be times that make you question yourself. And in those times, you need to have information, people, and support systems that provide reassurance and grounding for you to stay on your path. Okay? So let me just read some stuff to you. This is Guy Monroe. This is my charisma coach. This is the first guy who did my videos for me because he loved me that much. So Guy Monroe, the charisma coach, put his phone number on there. He says, first impression, any tics, habits, etc. that were distracting or offensive, absolute believability, exclamation point, excellent, exclamation point. Word or image choice, was there work, phrase, or image that either inspired or upset you? Totally value added. Continues value, love your look. Perceive value, absolutely. Give yourself permission to roam about the stage, move, animation, interact, absolutely permissible and passionate. You rock, you visually walk and walk your talk. It's important to have those type of things. I have right here, I have a whole bunch of cards that people have written me that are just amazing things that I'm grateful for as tokens of my appreciation. I've got a ton of all my books right here. You definitely should get this book right here. This is an amazing book. You should get The One Thing by Gary Keller. I've read this book 3 times. I ask myself the question, what do I get to do such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? I ask myself that question every hour when I write down my goals. Here's all my goals right here. I've got 3 big whiteboards from personal sessions where one of my friends that's an awesome badass went through my whole business and wrote everything down. All on there. I've got an alien here that my daughter created for me. That's my birthday gift. I love alien stuff. I'm a freak. Here's all the rest of my whiteboard. Notice I have to-do list over here, testimonials, and then I have success list. You could have a to-do list a mile long, and if you did all of it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful. So you take that to-do list and you say, okay, in order for me to be successful today, what do I get to do off of that to-do list, and put it over here on my success list, so when it's done, I have a feeling and a sense of accomplishment at night when I lay down my head on my pillow. That's what Gary Keller goes through a lot in their book. So, and there's all some of my plaques. I lost a bunch of them, and I'm not saying that as always a pat on back for me, and I just started doing this stuff at a young age, and I've always been a collector of good information. So that's what I got. So how can I get Star of Bethlehem? Do you think it will help me? It's a good possibility. Bach flowers will help you. Those are all Bach flowers right there on my desk. I have a sign up there, a little Asian cat. It's funny. He used to have a Krispy Kreme hat on there. Call your mother, she worries. My trophy from when I won my fitness physique show in '09. That was a long time ago now. I've got a beaver with a stick in his hand from one of my coaches, Build a Dam, my financial coach. And that's my office. I've got a biomat over there that shoots out infrared bios that I lay on that helps my body to heal faster. So I have little bitty things for my office to, right, I mean, that's the whole idea. Set up your room so that you can thrive. Like literally, my whole office, like this is like my sanctuary. Like I love coming in here. I feel amazing when I'm in here. I get to come in here, and every day when you leave your office or your workspace, clean up your office and clean it up. So when you come back in, you already feel successful. It's about creating an environment that helps you to thrive, helps you to create amazing habits, because your success will be indicative of your habits. No, you should enroll her on your team and figure out how you can work together. So, hey, does anyone have any questions specifically? I've noticed you don't have a vision board. Explain. I had pieces of one, but I never really looked at it, to be honest with you. I have things that I desire. I have a couple of toys and things that I like. I never got into the vision board thing, you know, and I don't think there's anything that is wrong with it by any means. I think it's really just a matter of what works for you. I have found that I don't really care to write too much, so I make myself write, because you create so many more neural pathways when you're writing with your hand versus doing pictures, but it's good to have both. So really, honestly, it's what works best for you. That's it. Yeah. Any other questions? And we'll cut out of here in a minute. I appreciate you taking your time to invest it with me tonight. Hopefully there's at least 1 or 2 things that you can walk away from. Here's what I encourage you. You want to know the number one thing that entrepreneurs, that badass entrepreneurs do? What about the oils? I'm healing. Thank you again. How about I'm healed already? So would you like to know the one skill? Man, they're for everything. They're for emotional trauma, emotional healing, better sleep, stress levels, functioning, higher capacity, brain oils. Yep, perfect. Now believe it and walk in it. So one of the the biggest thing that entrepreneurs do is this one skill. Are you ready? It's a writer downer. And if you do this, you will thrive. Here it is. The skill that they do immediately is called implementation. The faster you get a piece of wisdom and the faster you execute it, the faster you will be successful. For example, today I was on the phone with a guy helping us out, writing our copy and doing some stuff on our website. Immediately as he was giving me suggestions, I was automatically turning them over to our tech guy to start making the adjustments. Not waiting until I got home, not waiting until next week. When I'm at events and I'm at masterminds events and someone gives me an idea on something, I'm on the freaking phone immediately, or my business partner is, and we're setting up to get it done in structure, while most people still have their heads in their ass going, that's a pretty good idea. I wonder if I can execute it by Monday. I'm like, dude, I'm already on it. Already done. The freaking book is in the mail. If someone says order a book and I'm at an event, I'm ordering it right there while we're on the phone. Right there while they're talking. It'll already be on my way via the drone by the time they get done talking about it. So one thing that I would really encourage you today is be relentless about execution of information. Immediately execute it when you get it and use it as your own. Because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And knowledge is not power. Most people have, think about all the people who went to school. I do my best to meditate. I'm not always that great at it. I'm conscious of connecting every hour for sure. There's a lot of people who have invested a lot of time and knowledge that don't do anything with it because they don't know how to put it into a business sense or execute it. I know people with master's degrees that aren't even doing what they went to school for. So what I would encourage you to do is execute the information immediately when you find something that resonates with you. Do not wait. The fastest person always wins. Even if it's shittier product, you get your product out faster because you got there faster, you gained a majority of the market. It's kind of how it goes. People don't wait. You don't usually execute your idea, someone else will. So, hey, is there any questions real quick? And then I'm going to call it for the night. I'm getting kind of tired. It's been a long day for me. I've been on the grind since like 5:30 this morning, like all day long in my office. Just bought the book on iBooks. This point hits home. Awesome. Thank you. The one thing. Yes. Okay, perfect. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's why you're going to be successful. That's why you are successful, because you listen fast and implement faster. Later, bro. You on tomorrow? That's a good question, man. If I get inspired, I may talk tomorrow. I may take tomorrow off. I don't know. I get to go have a conversation with my daughter's school teacher, so go connect with him and teach them how to reverse some dyslexia at school or something. Who knows? Something fun. So that's all I got. No more questions. I appreciate all of you, and I honor all of you for investing your time with me. If you feel called and you are ready to make some adjustments in your learning capacity, take our programs, buy them, invest in yourself. You have a massive discount, of which I already just told you. For the body language, use the code BODY. For the nutrition, use nutrition. And for the emotional one, use emotion. And hit apply, and it will knock off a significant amount. And that's just because I love you and because you're an action taker for being on and investing your time. So you should be able to get rewarded for that. So have an awesome night. That's all I got. Remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Bye from New York. Awesome. I appreciate your time from Austin, Texas. Have an awesome night. Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Appreciate it, brother.